You just can't be that friendly, let's be honest.
So, one thing to note, as Petrus noted, they both are running multiple man pile on. So they're piling on the masks here.
There's going to be so many masks. Speaking of so many masks, coronavirus, am I right?
I'm on first all my games.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, Petrus is applying his own theme to this team. Is in an all-mask team. You know, you gotta be safe in this time of social distancing.
There you go. MRC says, finally got to watch a few ads today. Yes, well, thank you so much. I know that was at least a minute and a half of your time that you just dumped into the biddy pile, so thank you so much. Bodi gonna reroll 2.
Would have been nice if that other sidekick would have rolled.
Let's see what he's got.
I can't see, because is it fuzzy for you too?
Yeah, we're just gonna have to see how it spins.
It looks like there's a mask and a bolt and a sidekick in there.
Two for multiple man and pass
Okay, so he used that mask for a multiple man. And hold on a fist?
See if I can get all of the play area here. Here we go. Looking good. Petrus not loving his first roll. He did get an Asuka on first turn, so those masks are going to come in handy.
Man, I gotta tell you, an all-mask strategy was what I was looking forward to the most this night, because I didn't think they were gonna bring multiple man, but I was like, man, you just go crazy with Asuka.
2 for multiple man.
All right.
Go ahead.
Folks, we've got the contestants piling on multiple man before piling on the chairs. I'm excited.
There we go. And then we'll buy 2 multiple men with that, and I will pass.
Bodi buying 2 multiple man, because that's what one does when bringing multiple man. They buy multiples of. Is this Empress of Tomorrow that he has on his team? I'm pretty sure it is.
Ooh.
Yes, this is Empress of Tomorrow. So this is, in fact, the dreaded Asuka that blends well with mass synergies.
Oh no.
Oh man, I hate that.
Ross, did you mute yourself? Because I can't hear you.
Yeah, I muted for a second. Nikki took a phone call.
Oh, okay.
You know, she's important. Right, love?
Oh, hey.
Mankind.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well,
Perfect.
Your agent was calling?
yes.
All right.
They think
She
that
has-
my marble streaming is really gonna go somewhere.
Nikki's marble commentary career is taking off.
Wait, could that mean that the wife squad,
Well, that's unfortunate.
the hashtag wife squad, is taking over?
That's right. They're going to take over the Brews and Balls Friday night.
Yeah.
Spoilers, folks. You heard it here first. Potential hashtag wife squad takeover.
And call it a day. Our first game I had.
Neither player, it would seem, is rolling the things that they would really love to roll.
So we've got bolts, a fist, and a mask, and he's really needing to reach for a shield. One of the.
All right.
There it is. He uses the question mark as a mask and purchases 2 multiple men's. Ooh, here's Asuka. This could be a big purchasing turn here for UnknownForce. Let's see what happens.
So I just gotta say, UnknownForce going for the flex spot in Thanos, and he's gonna reach for it. I think that's what he's gonna go for.
Yeah, once you get so many of these, so many of these villains that are so many of these masks.
The same thing I did not want.
Let's.
So something of note, while you were busy doing the marble racing, I peeked in on his match against Comic Mike earlier.
Yeah.
And he actually reached for the Shredder a couple of times, and I was like, yeah, that's how it's done.
Yeah. I mean, look at Shredder's cart. He's literally flexing like a superstar.
See, I needed to.
That is seriously a wrestler's pose, too.
Exactly.
He just comes out, he gets on the top turnbuckle, and he's just like flexing it. He's showing it.
He can smell what the Rock is cooking. All right, there is the beginning of the end in terms of Swarm. Bodi has a multiple man that he will be able to field.
Okay.
Now, we didn't see a use of the Booker T Global. We haven't seen a super abusive strategy with that yet, but maybe in terms of removing these Swarm threats from both of these teams, it would be a good investment of a single shield to force a multiple man to attack and then, block and then attack with a sidekick or something like that.
So I'll be honest with you, I'm
Let
kind
me
of disappointed
reroll
that there
this.
wasn't an Ultron drone that showed up, as there was hinted at in the Discord chat earlier today. I was kind of looking for that.
Yep, I heard the mentioning of that, and I was like, you know what? We'll just let it
these two, I'm
fly.
gonna pick
If
up a
that
chair.
is the way we want to
Sure.
move, we will move that way.
And your turn.
Hey, I mean, it abuses the Booker T Global perfectly. It works even with the action as well, especially if you've already got a chair smash in there. Might as well, right?
Exactly.
Oh, come on.
Let's move this there. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. All
So
right.
for those curious, Unknown Force's team is an all-mass team. He's got the right amount of control. The Mankind is actually the prepper, so he's got the full setup. He's got this Black Bolt, King of the Inhumans, that when fielded, target character die you control gets +2 attack. If that character die has deadly, all opposing character dice must block that die if able. So this is what you were talking about earlier, Ross, with how it works beautifully with the Booker T and the Chair Smash.
Yeah.
A full team of mass characters is not really helpful sometimes.
That's right. This is the dice that you roll. In terms of having a mono energy team, is if you don't roll that energy, you are sort of screwed. However, with the basic actions being so juicy on both sides here, you know, you can always just dump all your energy into a Booker T or a Chair Smash.
There.
I mean, I don't see why a chair hasn't been purchased by either one of these gentlemen here.
Whoa. Get back here. Alright, level 3 multiple man's way better. Got those.
Oh man.
Got that.
Aiden Heat, do you have a final mouse? Do you know what they're asking? Do you know what they're saying, Ross?
Yep. So I'll field a sidekick. Get a 2 mass, a field level 3 multiple man, and for 2 I'm gonna buy a pepper pots.
Do I have a final mouse? Aiden Heat in the
that's
chat.
funny.
What up, though?
Okay.
My name is Ross. I don't have a mouse, and I don't have a final mouse, but I do have a final Ross battle. You know what I'm saying?
I think Aiden was in here last Friday whenever we were marbling.
Yeah, a Bruising Balls veteran. All right, here is Unknown Force's first multiple man to get into the field. He can get his own swarm popping here, especially with that with the Oscar, but no other masks in this role currently.
Right. So unfortunately, he didn't roll any mask, but the Mankind doesn't actually work with Swarm because it's draw, not prep. And so he won't be able to benefit fully from the prepping of anything as of yet.
It does go like this. Yeah.
Preps, actually.
Prep City.
Ooh, good.
There's a mask. That's good news.
I healed.
I cannot tell what face his multiple man is on to see whether he's going to have to pay an arm and a leg to get it to the field, though.
1 Mankind.
I mean, he's got discounted mask characters, so he could just spring for a 3-cost mask with that Oscar being active.
1 multiple man level.
Oh, okay. So he's got a force block with the remaining shield after fielding the multiple man on level 2 or level 1.
And I'm forcing your multiple man to it.
Yep.
And then I'm attacking.
So he's taking out the multiple man on Bodi's side, getting rid of that that ramp.
Swarm keyword.
There's 4.
Whammy.
All right.
No, Mike, it has to be use of the Booker T action specifically. It cannot be just the global.
That is correct. You can use the Booker T global to make a stunned character block. However, you do not get the benefit of sending it to the card unless you have used the basic, use the basic action.
Because you're easily KO right now. I'm just gonna reroll it all.
Good.
Yeah, that chair still didn't come up.
Man, malfunctioning chair. Here we go. Gonna slow the match down a little bit. Bruiser Bodi looking to go set up an Egyptian destroyer. He said he couldn't quite get to the top rope the last time, so.
I have 4 here. You know what?
Are you gonna answer him in chat?
Yeah.
Booker T, I'm gonna get out of the table.
I don't think he heard us.
Just because I haven't yet. Pass priority.
Okay. Nothing.
Play my turn.
All right, so passing priority over to Unknown Force. He's got his
Roll
multiple man.
4.
But I don't
Anything else in the bag?
I don't know how long that multiple man's gonna be out if Asuka can keep on getting pumped
Ooh.
from all these fielded mass characters, and with that Booker T Global.
Yeah, I don't know that he's bought another multiple man yet, because I think rolling masks has been an issue so far.
Let's reroll.
It sure has.
Ooh, not going to keep the double mask on Medusa. Really wants that. However, it comes back
Wow.
double mask anyway. Look at this roll though.
Well, unfortunately, he doesn't get to swing in with a deadly, and he doesn't get to swing in with something that's high enough attack to get rid of Bodi's multiple man with the Booker T Global.
Did you say the level of your multiple man I was?
He's a 2/2.
He's a
level
2/2. He's on level 2.
So
The most economic friendly.
Unknown Force would
multiple
actually
man.
have to get rid of his own multiple
me?
man, because the
So,
mankind that he has out there are
Gotcha.
level 1. Am I talking over you, bro?
I'm going to.
No, I was trying to listen to. I thought Nikki was talking to me, but she's not.
Oh.
Then I'm
I
gonna
just
check
need to
that
make
quick.
sure I'm not talking over you, though.
Ain't no thing. Asuka attacks, multiple man blocks, and the swarm is broken again for Bodi. He's going to roll a whole mess of multiple men, though. That would have been a super swarmy turn had the multiple man still been in the field.
I think Bodi might wisen up here and try to keep more than one multiple man on the field this time around.
Yeah, again, I think Swarm is going to be fairly dead at this point, but I mean, just in terms of purchasing power, like having a 2 cost that comes around 2 masks every other time or whatever is, still pays for itself. Again, you roll double mask, you buy yourself a chair smash.
There you go. I honestly believe that it's more beneficial to Bodi here to start moving on his Nitro board wipe plan, especially whenever you have Asuka, who's such a powerful threat whenever fielding multiple masks. And I mean, Unknown Force can just reach for whatever character he wants to now that it's discounted. It's as long as he continues to roll these masks.
Yep. Bodi does
that's-
have one of each of his actions, so maybe he's just planning on using that Booker T action strategically
Pass priority.
to bust up this field. I mean, Unknown Force with 5 sidekicks in the field and 3 other characters running pretty slim bag here. I mean, we just saw everything he put in. He's going to draw more than half of that out. Only leaves 1 die, all said and done. He could have swarmed that last one out, but missed the second multiple man that was hiding in the bag.
That Medusa just does not want to get her hair did so she can come out.
Her
and
hair is tricky. Let's see. Single mask. Holy.
Why must you keep coming up?
Wow.
She whips her hair back and forth. She whips her hair back and forth.
Classic. Now there's a shield for the force block.
And Asuka's going to get a pretty healthy bump from this multiple man being fielded. Unfortunately, not having a character in the field with Deadly just really slows down his progress.
Yep, force block with a deadly character, especially one with. I mean, Medusa's stats are pretty healthy in terms of also having a great ability. So she's going to be slinging herself around pretty casually once she hits the field.
Yeah, and for those of you in the audience, this Medusa specifically has Deadly, and when a character is KO'd by her combat damage,
The 1/1, right?
or when Medusa KOs a character with combat damage, send the KO die to the use pile.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Pretty gross.
What Unknown Force is trying to line up here is he's actually trying to line up a Black Bolt fielding while the Medusa is active so that he can just get everybody to block the deadly character. And when they do, if some of those characters are stunned and Unknown Force just so happens to use that in conjunction with Booker T basic action, well then that's a lot of cards, or that's a lot of dice going back to their cards. Sending them all backstage to lick their wounds.
Back to the dressing room, fam. And any card or any die that you have to purchase and then repurchase later, that is obviously just negative value. Here comes some
you're
action.
talking to the guy who invented Hella Beholder. Just saying.
the queen of put it back on the card.
Yeah.
So there's a chair in the field.
There, 2.
Bru-
We got a
Bruiser
chair. Bodie
Bodi
sets up the chair.
reaches under the
Level
apron, pulls
2.
out the steel chair,
Sure.
sets it open in the middle of the ring, poised and ready for action when he wants to strike with it.
Unfortunately, he's got one multiple man out in the field. That's easy pickings for Unknown Force and his force blocked Asuka.
Yep. I think he's going to keep this chair in the field for when Medusa comes around, though. I feel like that would be the move. I mean, you could use it any time because the stun token does go to the card.
But here in the arena, folks, like it's been said before, chairing is caring. Remember that.
Caring is caring indeed.
Always keep your masks on during this time of social distancing. But most importantly,
Sharing is
when you
caring.
chair, you care.
A telltale
I'm gonna pay a
sign
mass
of the
to field
times.
This level 2 multiple man.
So he decides to go in on
One's
fielding.
already.
One's a what?
Level 2 and one's a level 3.
So a 2-2
Okay,
and
sorry, I
a
was
4-4.
trying to
That's
get-
priority.
yeah.
Nothing.
And then end my turn.
All right.
Bodi kind of stuck on that energy there.
So
Yeah, nothing to blow a mask on in this game.
3.
I gotta say, I will admit that I've seen a lot of teams, with the exception of Unknown Forces,
Everything in back?
they have actually highlighted beautifully this green light event. And if you ever have anybody out there in the Dice Masters world that wants to play in a green light event, just send them over. Say, hey, why don't you
Don't roll
watch
the one
this
that's
video
top each
of this stream of the Weekly Dice Arena,
Oh,
and you'll get an idea of what green light teams really are, what the environment is, what the purpose of those builds is.
Yep. Everybody taking it to heart today. There's Medusa again, not wanting to cooperate. This Asuka is going to get Gigantor, though. Oh, gets the reroll, though. I forgot. I thought he had already rerolled.
Yep.
Come
But
on, Medusa.
this
All right.
There she is.
The party can now start for Unknown Force.
So, you know what she says? She says, long hair, don't care.
Exactly. Noteworthy, though, he doesn't have any shields here. He cannot break the swarm of Bodi this
Field
turn.
Medusa on level.
Which, I don't know. I think Bodi has 2 more multiple mans in his bag. I think he's purchased 5 so far.
Field of slip.
Bodi's just not able to push past the multiple man stretch.
I will pay 2 for
Only
chair
thing he's
smash,
only thing he's reached for is a chair.
and I'll ask you priority.
There it is. Unknown Force purchasing a
gonna
chair
use-
of his own.
I don't want to use a chair right
We're about to take
You
off
want
like
to
a
use the
shot.
chair to stun Medusa is what you were saying last time, right? Let's see if you can aptly predict the future as you've been so wont to do before.
I'm gonna attack all my sidekicks.
Unknown Force
How many you
pushing the swarm of
Seven.
sidekicks. 7 sidekicks.
He says, "I'll
Lose it.
see your swarm and I'll raise you."
That's right. So Bodi can block with 2 multiple men here without losing anything. He also has 3 sidekicks of his own. So, I mean, damage will be dealt here. Not a whole mess of it, but damage is damage.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
What's that?
No, it was so silent. I was like, oh, I didn't hear anything.
I'm gonna
Unknown
block
Force
2 for
worried
sure.
that the Bodi might have got hit with a chair and was stunned.
No, I'll just block 2 and I'll take 5.
All right, he's going to block 2 with multiple man and just take the other 5 to the chin. Damage
Taking
has
15.
been dealt. And
First
Go.
blood.
if this match is like any of the other matches we've seen so far tonight, 5 damage
wait.
could very well be the difference between win and loss. We'll see.
I'm really glad you have that 35-minute timer
4.
enforced because green light events can get a little lengthy.
Yep, with things that are a little clunky, a little less polished, the games tend to go a little longer than normal.
Okay, we got the table set up for Bodi, so he's got the chair and table ready to go.
Oh my.
He's wanting. He doesn't want the pepper pots to go. Is that a pepper pots or is that which die is that?
I cannot tell. But over on Unknown Forces side, there is 2 energy in the field to remove a stun token if needed. So it is
Okay.
sort of interesting. However, actually, yeah, he could remove the stun token. So I was thinking, even if Bodi passed his main step, and Unknown Force passes back, he declares attackers. He can use the action during or after attackers are
Pepper, you
announced.
haven't been winning
However,
much either.
Unknown Force can also use his 2
This is
energy
not what I wanted at all.
during that exact same window to remove the stun token. So,
Not at all.
all for naught. But then there's still the sort of the wild card wrench in the machine of the Booker T action here, the table of sorts. We'll see how that pans out.
So, while you were talking, I was thinking about like how could Bodi use just the Booker T action itself to his benefit. He can line it up to where the Asuka blocks the 4/4 multiple man, and they take a trade, and then everything else lines up, correctly to where he gets a spare sidekick. He gets maybe 1 or 2 chip damage in, but honestly, if he just lines it up correctly, he won't have to worry about that Asuka, or at least he'll throw Unknown Force off of his game by having to refill said Asuka.
Yeah, and sort of a landslide of events in terms of board state, with Unknown Force attacking with 7 sidekicks last turn, and then Bodi going to be using his attackers here and the Booker T Booker T action to clear more of the field. Sort of the board state has definitely changed in the past 2 turns.
I don't think there's a way I can.
Got 2 Goliaths kind of cross-chopping each other.
That's right.
In the ring.
So Bodi is sort of realizing that his chair smash is going to be for naught here.
She take the stun off before she get KO'd.
Yeah, because the stun can be removed literally at the second that it gets put on.
I'll pay 3.
But I mean, in terms of like resource management, like he forced Unknown Force to keep 2 energy. So super heads up play by Unknown Force to keep those 2 energy.
Yeah, I would hold up on the chair if I was in Bruiser's shoes here, and I would just use the 2 multiple man to the effect of getting rid of both the Asuka and the multiple man on Unknown Force's side. So he can muck up that bag a little bit more.
Yeah, so it's sort of a...
Already?
So he's going to even just forgo the Booker T action and the chair. Because again, if the chair is not going to be advantageous at that moment, you can just keep it for another time, right? So now he's forcing Unknown Force to keep 2 energies at all times instead of just at that one moment when he already had it readily available.
Oh, yay.
Damn, look at those swarm triggers.
So we've got multiple men piling on and a chair. Oh no.
There it is, the chair, the pink action on action face currently. 1 multiple man character side and 2, and 2 of them on energy. Might reach for Thanos here. What do you think, Joe?
Yep, he sure can.
Oh,
if he likes it, then he's gonna put a ring on it.
Man, just think if
I want to see if he does this because he has a really interesting option here. He can force every single one of Bodi's characters to block, and then he could just attack with the Deadly Medusa. Knock out Bodi's entire field, or he goes for another chair.
2 for black.
There it is, Black Bolt. Not gonna go for Thanos this turn. Gonna go for a variety of things. Maybe another Medusa here as well.
He could have been riding the Infinite Rainbow.
Now the real kicker is he gonna buy a 5 cost? Like maybe another Medusa?
I'm going to...
Or is he gonna keep the 2 energy for the chair?
Alright, let's get a boss battle in the chat going. Those of you watching want to participate in the boss battle?
Exclamation boss in the chat to join your compadres in a virtual dungeon crawl through nowhere.
Speaking of virtual dungeon crawls, have you ever, Ross, given any thought to maybe playing a little?
I'm gonna force your...
Dungeons and Dragons online, or
I have.
Doing something like that,
my only D&D experience is a one-off that I did that my cousin DM'd for us, and it was a good time.
It was Christmas themed.
It was Christmas themed. It was actually really fun.
Oh man, that's even better.
I don't know. I'm not going to say that I wouldn't play. I am going to say that it's not necessarily on my high priority list, but if it was like, I don't know. It sounds so dumb when you're like, if it was super convenient to me and I had nothing else going on, like that's not necessarily the level I'm on. But I'm not saying I wouldn't play.
I'm gonna force.
Am I worried about being too cool? That's right.
So one thing I can tell you is that as long as you have the right, and trust me, I believe you in your
I'm gonna
hesitance,
activate
because
the,
you could have somebody who says,
continue.
"Oh yeah, it's a
Right?
real good time, and it's not gonna take that long," but
Yeah,
then
anytime
you
you can use the
spent
roll
6.5
the
hours
ability.
just doing one
I'm
encounter.
gonna use it on
Yeah,
multiple
I can
ones.
understand your hesitance
All right.
there.
Well, it's really just
Okay.
like if I was going to add another night of the week to be like a
And
virtual
I'm
me
going to
time,
attack with-
then it would probably be another stream time, and then it's
Maybe not.
like, you know, like
Okay.
it's just the trade-offs of time, really, is all it comes
So
down
he'll
to.
get KO'd and go to
Well, I
use.
can tell you that it doesn't matter experienced DM or not, as long as they have their stuff
I believe
ready
that's what he was
for
saying.
whatever the party throws at them,
yes,
or just their
KO,
stuff ready in
yes.
general,
With
then
combat
everybody's
damage
gonna have a good
from
time.
the
You just
KO
have to
damage.
be ahead of the curve as a dungeon master in the aspect that just have extra stuff, have backups for your backups.
Your
Right.
turn.
Just in case things
Alright.
take a wild turn. Ooh, the level 9 CPU wiped the floor with us.
Oh, we're just not that good.
I mean, it was
on our
only the
own.
two of us, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So that Medusa did remove
Ooh.
it removed
Criminal,
something
one
off of
for
Bodhi's
swarm.
side. I don't know. He does get
There
his
was a
swarm triggers,
chair.
One more for
There was a
swarm.
chair that was used, actually. There was a stun
though.
token
Ooh.
on, I believe, the pile multiple man out there.
Oh yeah, Bodhi does have his stun token up here. We can see it, his little Thanos stun token. He does get his swarm triggers though. This is sort of the turn that Bodhi needed. I feel like he was a little bit behind in economy by losing his swarm that one turn. And here he is with another chair and another multiple man. I don't think he's used his reroll yet. Maybe wants a few of these back. Not sure.
I still think it's advantageous to have multiple men on the field for Bodhi, because then UnknownForce can't pick him off and reset his ramp,
Yup.
his draw engine.
Little security blanket for the longevity of the engine.
Well, whatever they gotta do, I need to see those chairs flying. I need to see those tables folding, because we've got 8 more minutes left in the round, and we gotta pick this up.
8 minutes. UnknownForce has stored 5 energy in reserve here just to combat the chair bombardment. Sort of putting a huge cuck here on the steel chair barrage. But it's understandable. I mean,
Oh,
two
popped right up.
stun tokens could definitely
Alright.
change the flavor of this game if they were not, immediately taken care of.
Let's see if Bruiser Bodhi, who's experienced with chairs in the ring, the Canadian Destroyer user, can line up his turns, because the next couple of turns are key. Not only are they running against the clock here, but they're also running against themselves. Bodhi being on the back foot, having taken 5 damage
Hey
earlier.
Ross,
What's up?
what's the ruling with the force block if it's stunned? I can't remember what you put.
You can force a stunned character to block, but it only goes back to the card if you've used the Booker T action.
Gotcha.
And they will both still deal
Thank
their
you.
damage like regular blocking.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. All right. Sorry, I just had to clarify that because that'll make my decision easier.
Yeah, nothing like some cards that don't actually exist to really cloud a format a little bit.
All right.
Hey, I like it, man. I'll
Put
be
another chair
honest
out
with you.
there.
As far as green light goes, this is the
Pay one on the
perfect
field.
format for a green light
multiple
event.
man.
We need more creativity like this. The only thing, like you said, is
This
the
four
difficulty
right
is
here,
with upkeep,
start
because you're modifying
Sure.
cards and interactions that already exist.
And I will,
Right, and that's why
Pass
I
Brody.
wanted to go with that alternate win con, but I was it's so hard to know whether there's something blatantly going to break it without, really thinking it through, which I hadn't done. So I was like, well, somebody could probably just win on turn 3. Like they hit somebody with a chair and they put them over a table and that's the end of it, like so
Yeah, well,
decided to
UnknownForce
forego
getting his Black Bolt out. Bodhi that last turn choosing to pull his 2 chairs out and sit on them.
Yeah, he's just waiting for a turn. Actually, this could be the turn because UnknownForce
This could.
didn't get like all of his 12 swarm triggers, so he's not gonna have 5 energy to sit on at the end of this turn.
He's not gonna even have enough. He's not. Oof, you and me, huh? He's not even gonna have enough energy to fight off a stun token this turn, should Bodi choose to use it whenever he's past priority.
Yeah. Sort of interesting conundrum in terms of fielding this Black Bolt. Oh my gosh, worst case scenario.
Oh,
No, that's not what I wanted. But
Now it's
let's pay this.
it's sort of a double-edged sword. So he gets 2 more sidekicks as blockers. However, he's probably going to lose 2 of his characters to stun tokens.
okay. So here's what he's gonna do. He's gonna field it, target Medusa,
I'm gonna target Medusa.
and force Bodi to block. However,
So
Bodi's gonna stun Medusa on the
when
turn.
Fielded, target character to die. I can get 2D. So this has 8 defense.
Yep, because at the end of his main step, Bodi's going to get priority and just
So that
the
character
chairs
that-
will start
If that
swinging.
character die has deadly, opposing character must that die if able to.
This is a super sweet
Okay.
combo though. This Black Bolt and
So
Medusa
I'm swinging
combo.
with
Oh,
both.
it's one of the combos that
Black
just
Bolt
kind of went
or Occupy?
unseen, thanks to
All right, I'm going to.
well, let's
use
face
a
it, thanks
chair
to
on
every other
Black
card in that
Bolt.
set.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, Deadpool in general sort of
Stun him.
overlooked. All right. Bodhi's going to stun Black Bolt
then,
with one of the stun counters.
He's probably gonna
I'll pass it
stun
back.
Medusa.
Oh, he's going to pass back?
That stun token doesn't. I can't right? Is that how it works?
Can't attack or can't block.
Can't attack or can't block.
Did he mean to? Oh, he's probably gonna follow up with the
Okay.
Medusa.
Right, but if he pushes an attacker right now, he doesn't have the window until
so
afterwards.
attack with Medusa.
All right.
So
What is
now
she?
we're locked in. We're locked into some deadly
4,
damage.
4-8.
She's a 4/8 thanks to the buff from
And
Black Bolt.
all opposing characters have to block it.
And she has.
That's a
Alright.
big yikes.
She's not a 4/8. She is a
Alright.
6/4.
I'm going to.
I thought it was just plus D, or does she get plus A as well?
No, it's plus.
So all of them
It's
have
plus 2
to
attack.
block. All of them character must block. Die if able to.
She's a 6/4. It's the ability grants her plus 2 attack.
What? Where?
Black Bolt's ability is granting her plus 2 attack, not plus 2 defense.
It's 2. Where does it? Is that errated?
No, it
It's
should
on
be
the
plus
card.
2 defense.
Oh, okay. That's
I thought-
weird.
So I guess
So I
Dice
guess Dice
Coalition
Coalition has it in here.
Yeah, because it's plus 2D.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
the card itself says plus 2D.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
That is,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
on
on it. Well, there you have it.
There you
Alright,
go. The team builder definitely says plus
I
2A,
do have
but
to
when you
block
click the
for
actual card, it does
all
say
of it.
plus 2D. So we're gonna
So
we'll,
yeah,
we'll
all
get
of it will
that
have to
cleared up.
block.
Not
And
a big
then-
deal. So all of Bodhi's characters have to block here. They will all die to the
yeah.
deadly
KO
nature
at
of
all?
Medusa.
I'm gonna.
But the chair won't matter at this point because all
Yeah.
the blockers have been assigned.
So
unfortunately.
now, what's your? I'll be KO no matter what.
Yeah. And it goes to you.
Can I hear you?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is a defense. So does your stuff? I think your
I got
does.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yep. So they are going to trade. Medusa going to knock out as well, but
Alright.
the damage has
Um,
been done.
Hang on, guys, real quick. Those multiple men, Unknown Force, you gotta assign the combat damage because it's specifically with combat damage. Anything that dies from deadly can stay in the field as long as it didn't die from her combat damage. So you need to determine who you dealt the lethal damage to.
Isn't it KO all characters that engage with this character? Isn't that?
Yes, that's the ability, right? So they're still gonna get everything's still gonna get KO'd, but she has 4 attack. So you're gonna have to determine which of those characters is taking the lethal damage via combat damage, because deadly is just an ability. It's not combat damage itself.
Okay.
Deadly.
Her ability says anything that's KO'd with her combat damage is sent to the use pile instead of KO instead of prepped.
So the ones that you assign damage to will go to used, and the other ones will go to KO. Right?
Okay,
Is that what you're saying, Joe?
Yes.
Yes,
that's correct.
time. Okay, let's do
Classic
Let's
Medusa
do,
with some.
the
And time is up.
The 4 ones. So you leave sidekick and the big man.
Also, time is up, so this will be turn
All right.
0. Bodi will get 1 turn to respond.
All right, so you're doing 4 attack to my 4/4 multiple man.
Not rolled, says Mike. Trey says
like,
rolled.
the
Mike says
4.
not rolled.
I'm doing
Who do we
4
believe?
attacks, 4 of them.
So
The
Mike
4,
rolled
1.
Trey. In this case, he's just saying that
Oh,
Mike
okay.
won over Trey.
Yeah. So those 4.
So those-
He literally curled him into a
Okay.
ball and tossed him across
Okay.
the desk.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so Bodi does get to keep
My
1
bag is
multiple
empty.
man and 1 sidekick in the. Oh, sorry. Yeah, in the prep area.
Yep.
And we'll see. This is the actual last turn of the game. Bodi, he gets 1 chance to respond here, and he needs to do 6
for something
damage
better,
to
but that's
win the
fine.
game.
He's got that chair lined up. Let's see if he can make good use of that chair.
He does have the chair, which essentially means he has to get. I mean, it's going to take away 1 blocker.
Mm.
I'll be honest here. Bodi has got to fire that Pepper Potts. He's got to get her out of the ring. He's got to get her out of that career because
Yeah.
she is not being a very good hype man for him.
I don't know
for
that
him
we've seen
right
that
now.
die roll character face this whole, like, both games that we saw of his, right?
Yeah, the only time it rolled on a character face was the very last turn.
That's right, the last turn of game 1. He's going to throw that one out. Got to get a spare.
Hold on to these
Just
and-
get out of here, Pepper. You know what? Take a chair with you because we seem to have a lot of malfunctioning chairs. Just
Yeah.
I
go.
don't think it matters.
Guys, I'll be honest, I don't think he's going to get. Yeah, I don't think he can get 6 damage through here, regardless of ideal rolls.
Yeah. I mean, we could play it out, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think you get the win here.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
he
don't
could go for. He
think
could set up a
anybody gets the-
Canadian
I think it's still a
destroyer
tie,
and an
isn't it?
Egyptian destroyer.
Because both
I think it goes to
both
life.
have, we both have 20.
I thought I took
You
mine.
dealt 5 damage to him earlier
Yeah,
in
I
turns
had-
with the
thought I
big
took
swing.
5 earlier.
Big
Oh, I totally
schwang.
forgot about that.
Unknown Force just wants the game to keep going. He's like, we're at 20 life,
Yeah, 'cause
though.
even if
We
I
want
fail
more
them,
dice!
Level 3 multiple men.
Yeah, Bodi's going to try to punch through here.
Something, you still have more characters than me, and I can't get anything through.
There it is. There.
Bodi
Yeah,
dropping the
okay.
chair and giving up. He's saying he's out. He's tapping out.
Good.
Good
Good
man.
game indeed. Sometimes you just got to fold the chair out and take a seat, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, my team was falling flat last 2 rounds.
Well,
Terrible.
Joe and I were saying that you need to throw out that pepper die because I think we've only
Oh,
seen it
God.
roll character face like once tonight.
Just once. All the other games, none.
No, it
Never.
literally was just like,
She's
what has
crooked.
my-
So funny.
Sabotage.
Once we saw that you guys both had the pile on, I was really hoping that we were just gonna see just a straight up Royal Rumble style, one multiple man after another, just charging into the other ones. It would have been.
I was trying to do something. Nothing was working. I
Yeah.
was trying to get your chair table going too, but I couldn't pull that off.
Oh, but
I was gonna buy that thing soon, but it hadn't.
yeah, Peaches, we're when you had all those energies and you purchased the Black Bolt, we were like, is he gonna go for the Thanos? This could be it. I would have cried.